How you going, guys? My name's Sofia and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I post videos 2 times a week, every Monday and Thursday, and I welcome you to this positive environment and I hope you find some videos that you enjoy. Feel free to ask any questions or leave any comments at any time. I read and reply to them all and it would be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's get on with the video. So today I'm going to be talking about what it's like to live in another country, and I'm doing that because, as I've said about 500 times, sorry for those who've been here from day one, yes, I live in a foreign country. I am half Danish, but I do live in Denmark, where I've only lived here for about almost 3 years. So it's not my home. I have lived in Australia for well over a majority of my life. But over the past 3 years, I have learned a lot and I've seen a lot and experienced a lot. So I wanted to share with you guys what it's like to live in another country. I thought this video might help a few people because it's actually more common than I thought it is that people move to other countries, whether it's for school or university or family reasons. So I thought I would just say a few things that I've noticed at least over the past 3 years. Of course, I can only speak for myself of what it's been like living in Denmark. It could be different in every other country, I'm not sure, but these are just a few of the things I've picked up on. Firstly, I would like to say, when moving to another country, I honestly think you learn more about your actual country where you're from than you do about the country you're living in. So over the last 3 years, I've learned more about what Australia is like than I've learnt about what Denmark's like, because I was comparing and I was used to Australia, but then when you move out of Australia and you live somewhere else, you realise what the differences are and stuff. So I've learned a lot about Australia while I've been here, as well as Denmark, of course. So I go to school here in Denmark, and something that I've noticed is coming from another country, you get a lot of attention, especially because Australia is such a popular country. So many people want to go to Australia if they come from Europe and even America. People just want to go to Australia so badly because it's this really cool, unique, big country that's really far away from everyone else, and it's all warm and amazing and stuff. So you get a lot of attention when people find out that you're from Australia. Because I look Scandinavian, so people can't tell I'm Australian until they start speaking to me and they hear my accent. Then they know I'm not from Denmark. And once they find out I'm from Australia, you're bombarded with the same questions. That's another thing I was going to say. Be prepared to answer the same question 50,000 times. If you asked me how many times people have asked, oh, why are you in Denmark? What are you doing here? Why would you leave Australia? I would be rich if I got $1 coin for every time someone asks me that. It happens every time I meet someone new. Not going to complain though, I do enjoy it. It is funny and interesting. I have quite a big story to why I'm here. But yeah, be prepared to be asked the same questions again and again and again. Something I have noticed with myself after moving here is that you become really grateful for your home. I'm so grateful for Australia and Adelaide. It's my home and I love it and miss it so much. But when you live there, you take it for granted. You're just I'll be here forever, this is my home and whatever. But when you leave it, and especially if you're almost forced to leave it, it's whoa, I loved my home. And something I've noticed with my family is that any opportunity we get to talk about Australia and Australia's traditions, we are so proud and we get all excited about it because it's unique to us. No one else understands it here. So it's really cool to explain to Danish people the Australian slang and how chilled we all are and what everything's like down there, because it's just so different and we just get all excited and really proud about it. And if you're just living in Australia, when you're from Australia, you don't really think over it so much. It's just well, that's just how we are kind of thing. But when you go to another culture and you see how they are, then you really respect your own culture, and it's just whoa, we have such a cool home. Although living in another country is really exciting, it's really good for you, you learn a lot about yourself and the experience is incredible, I wouldn't say it's easy, at least not in the start. It was very hard for me and my family in the start to move to another country and get used to it and accept it and stuff, like it's not easy, especially because the language here is not English, it's Danish, so we had to learn that. So moving to another country, if it's like not your native language, it's very hard because you're automatically out of it. Like whether you're easy to get along, like if people can easily talk to you and you're that kind of person, like which I am, like I'm a very social person, just because I couldn't speak the language, I'm automatically out of it. Like it's already hard. So I wouldn't say moving is easy, but whoa, is it worth it once you've settled. Like this has been the most life-changing, amazing experience ever. Like I really am so happy that I got to do this, because not many people can say that they have done it, and those who have done it, I don't think there's many that regret it, depending on like many situations, but it is a life-changing experience. You really do learn a lot. Like I've learned so much about myself, especially while being here in the last 3 years, like so much. Like I know myself, I know what I'm like, and like really well, and that is because I was pushed out into situations I wasn't prepared for. Like I was forced out of my comfort zone, and it really like it's a really nice feeling, becoming independent and stronger. Living in another country gives you so many opportunities as well. Like, do you know how good it looks when you're speaking to other people to say that you've experienced living in 2 different countries? Like that is a really cool thing. And yeah, like I've said before, like you get so much experience from it, and experience is such an important thing, not only for yourself but for job opportunities and all that kind of stuff. Like experience is very, very important. And lastly, I think living in another country, it opens your mind. Like it makes you more aware, and you're much more like open to situations and understanding of other people. And I think that's such a huge thing, like because you deal with people every day, no matter what job or what you do and where you are. Like you have to deal with people, and if you can communicate with others well, like that's very important. That will get you far. And I think living in another country makes you so much better at that, like because you're aware of people's situations, because you've experienced tough things as well, like moving to the other side of the world, like I have, for example. That's a big thing. Like there's nothing similar between where I am now and where my home is, like nothing at all. So if you can learn to communicate with people from all over the world, like you'll go pretty far. So yeah, this is just some of the things I have noticed over the last 2.5, 3 years. And for those of you that are moving somewhere soon or want to move somewhere, like accept it. Like it's a good thing, and I think if you want to do it, definitely do it, because it's changed my life for the better. Even though there's definitely been hard times, it's all so worth it. That was all for this video. If you have any more questions or comments, leave them below and I'll answer them all. All my social media links are in the description below, so please check them out as well, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye!